Imagine a country with over 1 billion people, yet entire communities are quietly vanishing, slipping away faster than we can even document their stories. These are not just statistics or names in a census. These are real people with ancient traditions, languages, and wisdom whose lives are being erased from the map of India. I'm not talking about rare animals. These are people, whole tribes, and most of us barely know they exist. Their faces rarely make the news, and their struggles are often invisible to the rest of the world. Today, I'm uncovering the untold stories of India's disappearing tribes, where they live, what threatens them, and why saving them might just save a piece of all of us. Their survival is tied to the survival of unique knowledge, languages, and ways of living that have shaped the subcontinent for thousands of years. Let's start with a fact. India recognizes more than 700 tribes, but about 75 are called particularly vulnerable tribal groups, or PVTGs. These groups are the most fragile threads in India's social fabric. These are the most at risk. Tiny populations, low literacy, and barely any contact with the outside world. Their isolation, once their shield, now makes them even more vulnerable to outside threats. Take the Sentinelese, for example. They live on North Sentinel Island, about as isolated as you can get. Population? Estimates say between 50 and 200, no one really knows. The reason? They've resisted all contact for thousands of years. Their world is untouched, fiercely protected, and almost entirely mysterious to outsiders. In 2018, an American missionary tried to approach. They killed him. Indian law strictly forbids anyone from going near, to protect both the tribe from deadly diseases and outsiders from danger. The Sentinelese are one of the last uncontacted peoples on Earth, and their isolation is both their greatest strength and their greatest risk. Then there's the Great Andamanese. Once they were 5,000 strong. Today, fewer than 50 survive. Their collapse began with British colonization. Disease, land loss, and conflict almost wiped them out. Their 10 languages shrank to just a handful of speakers. Each lost language is a lost worldview, a unique way of understanding the world. Imagine losing an entire way of speaking in a lifetime. For many, their mother tongue is now just a memory, fading with the elders. The Jarawa, also in the Andamans, number about 400. Unlike the Sentinelese, they've had some contact with the outside world, sometimes too much. In 1998, a major road cut through their forest. Suddenly, tourists were driving through their land, snapping photos, tossing food, treating them like a safari. The intrusion was not just physical, but cultural, disrupting their way of life. This contact brought risks to their health and culture. Authorities have tried to stop it, but it's tough to police. The balance between protection and intrusion is delicate, and often the tribes pay the price. Far from the islands in the Nilgiri hills live the Toda. Recognizable by their barrel-shaped huts and embroidered cloaks, they once numbered around 2,000. But modern pressures, like the loss of grazing land for their sacred buffalo, are shrinking their community, and their language, UNESCO lists it as critically endangered. The Toda's rituals and songs, passed down for generations, are now at risk of being silenced forever. Then there's the Sahariya, a forest tribe in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Once spread across central India, now only about 150,000 remain, a tiny number in a country this big. They face malnutrition, poverty, and have lost forest rights. The COVID pandemic hit them especially hard, pushing them even further into crisis. Their children are growing up in uncertainty, with little access to education or healthcare. Across India, the story repeats. The Bihor in Jharkhand, barely 10,000 left. Their traditional skills like rope making and hunting are fading as forests disappear. The Cholanaikan in Kerala, less than 200 people. The Ong, just 100. Each group is a world unto itself, with customs and beliefs found nowhere else. The Konda Reddy, threatened by deforestation. Their forests, once abundant, are shrinking, and with them, their way of life. Imagine entire cultures with their own songs and stories disappearing in a single generation. The loss is not just theirs. It's a loss for all humanity. Why is this happening? It's complicated. Encroachment from roads and mining, diseases from outsiders, loss of forests, younger people moving to cities, even climate change. Each factor chips away at their existence, making survival a daily struggle. But there's hope. Some policies now aim to protect these tribes: special funding, rights over forests, cultural preservation. New laws and grassroots movements are slowly making a difference. Some tribes are reviving lost languages, fighting for land rights, and teaching the next generation. But they need more than sympathy. They need respect for their ways of life. Supporting their autonomy and listening to their voices is crucial for their survival. And here's why you should care. Each tribe is a living library of knowledge about the land, about medicine, about how to live with nature. Their wisdom could hold answers to challenges we all face, from climate change to sustainable living. Lose them, and we lose centuries of wisdom. Their stories, their songs, their skills, once gone, can never be replaced. So next time you hear about India's progress, remember, true progress means protecting the most vulnerable too. It means valuing every culture, every language, every life. These tribes aren't relics. They're guardians of a way of life we might all need someday. Their resilience and harmony with nature could inspire a better future for everyone. If this opened your eyes, hit like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, which of these tribes did you know about before today? Let's share their stories before they're lost forever.